I'm going to try this one more time. Someone said the sound was breaking up, and I'm on my home internet, which may or may not be all that great this morning. And my phone is so small, I wouldn't be able to see any of the chat stuff. And so I'll just hang out here for a little while and see if this works a little bit better. And if it doesn't, then I will know this is not this is not a good way to do what I was trying. So anyway, what I was thinking about doing was a like $5 for 3 cards for questions as a little bitty fundraiser for this move that I have coming up. So if you are a regular subscriber of mine, you already know that I am moving apartments because my apartment complex is doing a complete and total remodel. So I keep saying April. August 14th is my last day in this apartment that I have been in for the last 5.5 years. And I can either move to another apartment that's been upgraded in here, and they'll charge me an extra $300 for the same square footage, or I can move to a completely different neighborhood, which I have found. And I found that neighborhood by doing a meditation sometime like the very end of May. I sat down one evening after work and I was like, all right, it's time. I need to manifest and I need to make sure I get guidance on where this new place is. And the interesting thing was, the very first time I sat down to manifest a new place to live, they came in with the word Mohawk. And I was like, as soon as they said this, and I'm saying they as in my guides, as soon as they said Mohawk, I knew exactly what they were talking about. And it's an older neighborhood, kind of on the other side of Carmel. And it was not even on my radar at that time because I was still stuck in this. I wanted to be in this little 5-minute bubble close to work and everything like that. And so, and the funny thing is the neighborhood is no longer called Mohawk. It's not Mohawk Hills or Mohawk Trails anymore. They changed the name of it. And when they changed the name of it, the only way I was able to find this neighborhood was because the clubhouse is still on like Mohawk Hills or whatever. And I went over and I found the neighborhood. I went over there, and the very first day that I drove through the neighborhood and I did like a little mini tour of one of the model homes, you could go in and like do it by yourself. You didn't even have to have a person with you. And so I went in and looked at that. And when I came out, I was like, I felt nothing. There was like no feeling whatsoever about whether I liked this place, whether I didn't like this place. Good morning, Sunrise Wellness Solutions. Good morning, Dawn. So I felt nothing, and I was like, that is so weird because I use my intuition for everything. You know, I feel into my chest and my heart, and I feel in with my stomach. And this particular trip over there, it was like they had turned everything off for me, which was very bizarre. And but I have gotten continual guidance towards, you know, moving over there, moving forward. And I got accepted into the apartment. And then I found out Wednesday night they wanted basically $1,300 for a security deposit, which I was not expecting because I have 300 here at the apartment that I'm at. So I am trying to come up with some funds to help with this move because I swear to God, they are going to nickel and dime me to death. So my original plan, which someone said they couldn't hear very well, and Dawn, let me know, can you hear me better? I'm on the on my laptop, which is not necessarily the best, but my phone would be too small and my little tripod, one of the things broke off, which probably would have been okay, but I keep forgetting to order a new one. So anyway, I'm just going to do some cards today. I have talked to my friend Timmy this morning. She's having issues. One of my other girlfriends had a car accident the other day. So a lot of my friends are struggling right now. And I'm like, you know what? I think if I could just do some cards for some people, it would bring my vibrations and make me feel better, because I think I may have to take Timmy to the card dealership today. Maybe that's what I'm going to ask. I'm like, what does our day look like? Can we expect something good for a change? Because it seems like it has been super. You have to turn up the volume. Okay, good. It's kind of sitting far away from me too, because I have my space down here on the table. So mine is usually, it's probably, my phone's a lot better than this laptop, but if I want to read the chat and stuff on the side, I kind of need my laptop. So anyway, what does the collective energy for Sunday, July 9th look like? What does the collective energy for July 9th look like? I would like to know if everybody else is going through these major struggles like my friends are, like I'm feeling at the moment. Okay, so these came up upside down. 8 of Pentacles in the reverse position, and the World in reverse. So these both came up in reverse. Let me get a few more cards here. What else? What is the collective feeling on July 9th? That one wanted to come out. I'm going to say somewhat emotional, because this is the Queen of Cup card that came up. And to me, that is someone who is very emotional. Now, this kind of looks like she might be feeling okay, but I feel that what I feel like is there's just a lot of emotions in the air right now. Friday was the 7/7 portal, and most of the day I felt really, really, really good. But whatever happened on Friday night, I felt some sort of grief coming in, because I cried for a little while on Friday night for like no really good reason. So I'm not sure what that was all about, but I'm gonna say a few people. I feel like a lot of people are feeling like me and my friends, over it, just completely over the intensity that we have been experiencing. Over, it just seems like it's one thing after another, and we're all trying to figure out how in the world to get through this. I'm going to say, if you're not meditating, that has been one of the things that has saved my butt. I have been doing a lot of singing bowls and a lot of meditations in order to keep my vibrations high, because it just seems like there's just a lot of stuff going on right now. All right. What else is going on with the collective? What else is going on with the collective right now? 8 of Wands. Oh, lack of communication. So waiting, more waiting. We're waiting. Oh my God. Everybody's getting this. This came out sideways. I feel like I want to go this way. 2 of Swords. But it came up in the reverse position. So let me think about that. What would the 2 of Swords? Friday was funeral for Trooper Aaron Smith and was broadcasted on TV. Oh, I saw something about a post about that, but I think Shannon had posted something on Facebook about that. I didn't even know anything had happened. Of course, you know I don't watch the news. So 2 of Swords in reverse. So I think that is, let me think about that. Part of me wants to say, if that was in the upright, that would probably be like 2 thought processes, 2 things that you are split with on what is going on. And if you are in the reverse position, I'm going to say that you haven't made any decisions yet. So some indecisiveness about the future is going on. So I'm thinking maybe a lot of people are going through some, well, okay. So a lot of people are going through some big changes right now. And when you are going through big changes, there can be a lot of decisions that need to be made in the process of that. So people are trying to figure out the best way to move through this landmine that we are all going through right now. The intensity. And if you paid any attention, I did a video earlier in the week about July 17th through the 23rd. There's, I think they call it a grand trine or a square or something. There's like 4 things at 29 degrees. And in astrology, that is an ending. So there's some sort of destiny coming ahead. And you know what? Let's do that. Let's pull some cards on that. I am interested to know, what can we expect during that week. I also think one of the reasons some people are feeling a little off right now, it looks like the Schumann resonance is doing some of its tricky stuff. I have not been getting anything on solar flares or anything, but I saw something about the Schumann resonance, and so that might be kind of funking us up. All right, let's talk about July 17th through the 23rd. Now, this is going to be individual for everybody, especially when it comes to destiny, but I'm going to ask for the collective. What can you tell us collective-wise? What can we expect July 17th through the 23rd? King of Wands. So I'm going to say that's some communication. Actually, let me get my book out, because this King of Wands came up in my card pull for myself yesterday, and it was really good. I'm going to read the meanings of it real quick. King of Wands. Oh, God, I don't have my glasses on. Entrepreneurial spirit, a natural born leader, ideas that can be ultra successful, a creative visionary, timelessness, success, and fire. So that's the kind of stuff that's going to be coming up the 17th through the 23rd in this time of like destined events. What else can we expect between July 17th through the 23rd, collective wise? 5 of Swords. Well, I'm going to say a little bit of stress. I mean, he looks like he's stressed out there a little bit. He's got his hand on his head. So something, but it's also the middle of it. So it's not the worst that it can be, but it's not the best of it. So it's kind of like there could be some stressful things, thought-wise, of what's going on 17th through the 23rd of July during that square or whatever they're calling it. What else can the collective expect during that July? And now, well, and this, it came sideways. Sorry, my nose itches. That's the World in the upright. So that is something coming to an end. A big change in the world. So, okay. So this is what I'm getting so far. So there's going to be some sort of a communication come out and some ideas of, I feel like it's ideas of the way things are going to progress. The 5 of Swords makes me think there's going to be, and it's probably the sleepers, to be honest. It's probably the people who are not awake. When they hear the news, it's kind of like, I feel like they're like going, oh shit. And it's like change. They're not going to be happy with the changes. Then I think those of us who consider ourselves awake are probably going to be dancing around in circles, because it might be something that we've been waiting for. So this is, again, the 17th through the 23rd, when the North nodes, I think it's the North node is in Aries. The South node is in Libra. That is my cross points. And good morning, Deborah. And so I think that's probably going to be, so, okay, I'm going to keep going. What can the collective expect during the, what did I say, the seventh, this one's trying to come out. Four of Pentacles in the reverse position. So to me, that means that's a good sign, because to me, when the Four of Pentacles is in the upright, it's like she's hanging on to her money. So that could be taken a couple of ways. So I'll do some clarification on that, because that could mean money's going out the window. More money's going out the window. Great. That's all we need. Like we all don't have enough money going out the window as it is. All right. What else do we have for that 17th through the 23rd for the collective? What can we expect? Oh, there's one. Ace of Wands. All right. So not seeing these as bad cards. I mean, look how pretty that is. That is the Ace of Wands. So I am going to say, let's see. I just feel like I keep wanting to say more ideas for the future. More, you know what it feels like is, it feels like we're going to start getting communication about how things are going to start working in the future. Kind of like we've all been waiting on these certain things, so like we can move forward in the world, and it feels like there's going to be some sort of a communication, and it's going to be like, we're not going to do this anymore. This is how we're going to X, Y, and Z. We're not going to have this at the banks. This is how it's going to be. We're not going to have this for elections. This is how it's going to be. It's going to be something where we're going to be told, this is the new way things are going to be from here on out, on this, that, or the other. Or maybe like the IRS, we're going to get told the IRS is no longer going to be here, and this is how things are going to be done. I don't know. I like the thoughts of that, though. All right, let's do some clarification here. I'm going to do clarification for the King of Wands. What can you tell me about the King of Wands? That one wanted to come out. The Knight of Cups. Well, I guess both of these are masculine cards. So that Knight of Cups feels a little like romantic or something to me. I'm going to say the masculine energies, I feel like I'm going to say there's a deep, dark conversation coming from the masculine energy, whether that's the man in your life. Good morning. Good morning. Whether that's the man in your life, whether that is some masculine energy in your life that tells you something that makes your heart swell. So I don't know whether it is he tells you how much he appreciates you, or he gives you really good news, or whatever the case is, but it's something that's going to be, I just want to say it feels like it's some sort of heartfelt thing. Like he's like, I figured something out that has been stressing me out. You know, he hasn't been sharing it with you, and he decides to like share with you something that he has been holding inside. All right, Five of Swords. Give me some clarification on the Five of Swords. By the way, I mentioned this at the beginning. I started a live earlier, and what I was planning on doing was like for individual people, because this was supposed to be a fundraiser for this move that I've got coming up, like $5 for 3 cards for a personal question. It's just a trial. I've never done anything like that before, but I thought I would try it, see if I can figure out how to pay for this apartment move that I've got coming up. I have posted different payment links in the description if anybody is interested in that. If you want it to be private and you don't want somebody to know about it, shoot me an email and we can do it later or whatever. I'm just trying some different things to see what I can do to make some stuff happen. All right, so I've got 5 of Swords. What is clarify the 5 of Swords? Why have people, why is this guy stressing out? What's he stressing out about? Nothing. Is he stressing out about anything? Nothing in particular, I'm going to say. Oh, there we got one. The Queen of Cups. Okay, so that keeps coming out. All right, so let me think about this. Okay, so if I think about that, the feminine energy in this person's life, because it's like the 5 of Swords and the Queen of Cups. So this guy's looking stressed out. So I'm thinking okay, now maybe I've got it here. So we've got this masculine energy that has decided to share something with the feminine, and he was excited about it. He was feeling, hey Tanya, he was feeling excited about this information that he was bringing to the feminine energy. And I'm thinking that the feminine energy maybe did not receive it as well as he thought he would. You know, he thought he had this breakthrough. He had like this really exciting stuff to share with her, and it didn't go over as well because that's why he's stressed out. So keep that in mind. If you do have a man in your life and he decides to share something with you, try to be supportive, I'm going to say, because it probably took a lot of energy and bravery for him to share something with you that he's been struggling with. So kind of, think of it like a teenage kid who come to you to tell you, they want me to drink at a party, or my boyfriend wants to have sex with me, or whatever, and you jump down their throat instead of being supportive. They're never going to tell you anything again. So whatever you do, handle this information very carefully, and don't make them feel bad about coming to you and sharing something with you that they might have been, they were proud of, and you just kind of poo-pooed it. So I'm just going to say that might be something that's coming up here in that time. And because this is like karmic and destined events, depending on how you handled it, maybe if you handle it one particular way, destiny is meant for you guys to get a divorce, or destiny is meant for you guys to improve your relationship and go a different way. Just a thought. Okay, so let's see what the world, let's do a clarification for the world. Clarification for the world. Why? What's gonna? Oh, that was a big one. The Wheel of Fortune just popped out as the clarification on the world. Those are some pretty big cards. So that's interesting. Okay, so something very life-changing is going to be happening during that square between the 17th of July and the 23rd. So it's going to be the end of one cycle. And I don't think it's just a little cycle. I think this is like something big coming. And then the wheel is the clarification. So it's kind of like something major is turning over in that week's period of time. Now, granted, that could all be different for everybody, but this is for a collective. So interesting. Okay, so 4 of Pentacles. Let's get clarification on the 4 of Pentacles. What I would like to know is that mean is there a shutdown of money? Is there money going out the window? Are we not going to be stressed about money anymore? I would like clarification on the 4 of Pentacles in reverse. We got 2. All right. There's one. Queen of Swords. And the King of Cups in reverse. All right, let me think about this. Well, I'm just going to tell you what I feel like I'm getting here. I feel like the female in the family, whatever comes out, I feel like the female feminine energy in the family is going to talk some truth and share to like about the like she's saying I've been saving money. I have made some really good investments in money and you don't need to worry because we have X amount of dollars in the bank or something because I did this at one point in time. And she tells the masculine, because that's a masculine energy, King of Cups, but it's in reverse. And so he's going to be, oh, I'm going to just say a little flipped out by this. So there's some money conversations coming up. So something about this, even though there's not a ton of pentacles coming up, it feels like there is conversations coming up, sharing of information. And I feel like this woman is going to say kind of like, honey, we don't have to worry about this because I made some financial decisions 6 months ago, 6 years ago, whatever the case is, and it turned out good. Ace of Wands is in, kind of like a moving forward, very powerful ideas and everything like that. So there's some, there's some conversations going on here that seem to be pretty good here. All right, let's get a clarification of the Ace of Wands. Lots of heartfelt, I'm just going to say a lot of heartfelt conversations, some about money, some about ideas, some about ways to get through whatever's going on. It feels like a very positive reading. And again, we've got the World and the clarified by the Wheel. So it's some major stuff coming up. We've got, those are the only two major arcana right there in the middle. All right, let's do clarification of the Ace of Wands. Clarification of the Ace of Wands. That one wants out. Let me think about this. So this was what came up as the clarification of the Ace of Wands. But I also feel like I want to say she, the feminine, shares that she has had a lot of sleepless nights over this for for hiding this. I feel like there was something hidden. There's been something hidden that comes out in that week. Something that has been hidden comes out in that week. She has been super stressed out about hiding it from the masculine energy. He shares something with her. She shares something with, there's a lot of sharing going on during that time. But I feel like in the end, it's going to be all good because it's going to clear the air. So some sort of major air clearing is going to happen, to move things forward in a lot of ways. Interesting. Okay. All right. So does anybody have any individual questions they want to do, like that 3 cards for 5 or whatever for the fundraiser that I had planned originally? Anybody? I put links in the comment section or in the description of this video. So there's lots of ways to do it if you so desire, because if you do it on the chat thing on here, I think YouTube takes half of it. I'm going to do a little bit deeper dive on collective signs here. So I'm going to start with Aries and work my way. Oops, that's upside down. Wait a minute. Hang on a second. All right. I got three decks here. Let me get this out. You guys are awfully quiet today. Like, are you having one of those hermit days yourself? I planned on having a hermit day, and then my friend Timmy called and said that her car keeps dying on her and she needs to take it to the shop. So I may have to give her a ride back home from the shop. So my day I kind of put on hold. That's one of the reasons I was like, I'm going to do this video because I need to keep my vibrations high. All right, let's do this. This is for Aries. We got this, and we got these. So let's see, how do I want to do this? Aries collective, this, and this. Okay. Investigate. The first one came up was investigate. And then it says the Queen of Pentacles. So I'm going to say in this case, investigate some money-making opportunities and then explore yourself through creative activities. So there may be some ways to do some creative ways to make some money or something in your life. Paint something, whatever. That's the Aries. Let's see. Taurus is next. Let's do this. Taurus, abundance. This is going to be for the next week. Easy does it. There is no need to hurry or force things to happen. Everything is occurring in perfect timing. Taurus. And one more for them. Laundry day, multitasking. I've done one load of laundry. I have two more to do. And the Six of Swords. So for Taurus, you are moving out of what they call troubled waters. So if you have been like really stressed about anything in particular lately, it looks like you are on your way out, because that's what this card means, is kind of like out of troubled waters. And if you are, there's no need to hurry or have things to or hurry to force things to happen. Everything is occurring in perfect timing and abundance. So Taurus should have a good week. Let's see. Gemini is next. And this one. And this one. And this one. This one, I want two for this one for whatever reason. Okay. 11th house. I said this is Gemini. Okay, so 11th house, community. And then this one says, release judgments about yourself and others and focus on the love and light that is within everyone and compassion. So some of your community may be testing you. So it's a reminder to have some compassion for some of the people in your life that may be trying your last nerve. Page of Cups. I always see this and I always think when pigs fly. I feel like there is perhaps someone in your community that maybe got on your last nerve. You probably have been told you need to just let it go. And this is a reminder that's probably what needs to happen instead of hanging on to that for dear life. It's not going to get anybody anywhere. And well, yeah, and 10 of Wands, like move forward. Just get over it. Don't hold a grudge. It's not doing you or that person any good. If you are one of those that are grudge holders, that all that does is like drop your vibrations anyway. So, okay, so that was Aries, we did Aries, Taurus, Gemini. Next is Cancer. All right, let's do one for Cancer. Let's see what we got here. This one, and this one, and this one. All right, Cancer. Solar flares activate. So Cancer is going to probably get hit with some of these solar flares upgrades. So I'm going to say you're probably going to have some upgrades over the next week. So that focused intentions, keep your unwavering thoughts, feelings, and actions focused on your target, and you will make your mark. And then the Knight of Swords. Okay, let's think about this. I'm going to say you're going to wish you could run away from some of these intense activations that are going to be coming in. So that might mean that they're going to be, I don't know if I want to say painful. It could be emotionally painful. There could be some releasing that comes up in the next week from these activations that are trying to come in, and you're like trying to get away from them. And you may just need to sit in a bath, get yourself in some water, salt water for whatever reason they're saying, and just like let whatever is coming in to just like come in and go out. You can't run away from these upgrades no matter how hard you try. They're gonna keep coming. So drink lots of water. Don't try to run away from the upgrades. If you feel like you need to take a day off to bawl your head off, you just might need to do that, because July is super intense. I mean, for everybody. So don't push those activations away, because they will catch up with you in the future. I don't remember when I did this video, but I did one a few months ago, and it was talking about, so you tried to like not do your universal upgrade. Like my laptop. Every time I would open up my laptop, it was always trying to do an upgrade, because it was like I wouldn't open it for 6 months because it was such a pain in the ass to use. And then one day I was like, oh my God, every time I open this, it's trying to do an upgrade. So I started opening it more often, doing a stop and a start and a stop and a start to get those upgrades going at times that I didn't necessarily need to use it. And then when I needed to use it, I wasn't down for like 2 or 3 hours with this upgrade that it was doing. So if you've got an upgrade and an activation coming in, let it come in, let it roll off, soak it in, and do whatever you can to just not let it wreck you, because those activations can knock you on your ass, facts. That's a fact. Okay. Let me see how many. I think that was 1, Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer. All right. Leo's next. This one, and this one, and this one. All right. So this is for Cancer for the next week. This says rebirth, and then sacred space. Create an altar or visit a power place to connect with the divine. I'm going to say you might be going through a rebirth. Maybe you have gotten all of your stuff in. Oh, you're welcome, Deborah. Something's going on. And then the 8 of Wands in reverse. Let me think about that. What would that be? Rebirth. They're wanting you to move forward on something. They're trying, and when I say they, I mean your guides. Your guides are trying to communicate something for you. They're wanting you to move forward on something, but because it was in reverse, I feel like you're not listening for it. You're not at that point where you're ready to, you haven't had enough of the bad stuff yet. So it's kind of like when people hit rock bottom, that is when they will finally like make some changes and go, okay, fine. I'm like, I can't handle this anymore. I'm going to make some changes because this is the worst it's ever been. For whatever reason, I'm going to say, God damn it. I keep forgetting where I'm at. You know what? Let's do this. If I lay them on the ground, I can see where I'm at. Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo. Okay. So Leo hasn't hit rock bottom yet. They're still ready to take on some of the pain because it hasn't gotten so bad that they're ready to make some movement towards different things, if that makes any sense. That's what I feel like. Because rebirth happens when you've hit rock bottom. And while the universe is trying to get the Leos to do some sort of a rebirth, they're kind of like, yeah, no, I think I can handle more crap. So they're not making movement like the universe is trying to get them to do. So if you have any Leos in your existence, they're going to keep trying to do things their way because they think their way is the best. And they might be struggling a little bit, so you might be prepared to watch that. Okay, Leo, Virgo. Yes. Okay. I am a Virgo rising. I also found out that my Mars is in Leo yesterday. Ooh, the devil. Okay. Virgo. Okay. Stand up for what you believe is right. Don't back down. Think. And the devil. So, all right, let's think about this. I can think of several ways this applies to me. So the devil would be some sort of like obsessions, but I could also see this being the dark side, deep state, whatever. So I will say maybe something is coming up in the next week or so for the Virgos that's not necessarily a positive thing. Somebody's wanting you to do something that you know is wrong. Or that you think is wrong. Somebody is trying to do something that you think is wrong. And this is telling you to stand your ground and fight back. So don't let somebody take advantage of you. Whatever is going on. I feel like I keep seeing like a gymnast stick your landing. So stick to where you're at. Don't back down on. They're trying to get something out of you that they think they can get away with it, but you know different. Be strong. So whatever is going on for the next week, Virgos, that is you. All right, Libra. What do we got for Libra? This and that. I want two for them for whatever reason. And this. Okay. Underlying love. The love you have shared is eternal, regardless of the situation. I should have put my reading glasses on for this. South Node passed. Okay, so the South Node is getting ready to go into Libra on the Libra axis. And this is funny. This is like the Libra card. So I personally, as a Libra, and those of us who are Libras on the channel here, we're going to be dealing with something from our past. Okay. The Two of Swords came up and the Ace of Cups came up. Underlying love. All right, let me think about this. Okay, so something about our past love life and the way we thought about it, like if you had a particular version of how your love life was. Like you may have had a particular version of like, my love life has sucked my whole life because you've been single or whatever. It's the version that you come up with is going to change. So you're going to change the way you were thinking about it. So it's like you're going to rewrite. Okay. So because you kept repeating, my love life sucks, my love life sucks, your love life sucked. So somewhere along the line in the next week or so, it's like you're trying to manifest a better love life or whatever. So you're going to, because I've got the Ace of Cups, and to me that looks like a new love opportunity. So you're suddenly like going, I'm not going to repeat in my head, this isn't going to work, this isn't going to work out, this isn't going to work out. You are going to switch the way you have done everything in the past, and you're going to repeat, this is going to be I've ever had, this is going to be whatever. You're going to like rewrite the recording in your head to make a different ending instead of the same ending that was always happening in the past. Now it doesn't necessarily have to be on love, I guess. Reformulating something that you have repeated constantly to yourself that was probably negative and convert it into something that's more positive, probably because you have learned the importance of manifesting, and that I am saying is like, I am whatever. If you were saying I am a loser your whole life, you're like going, I need to stop saying that. I am a winner. I am a manifester. I am this, I am that. So you're going to switch from the old way of thinking to the new way of thinking. That might be part of the activation that came in on the 7/7 portal. That also might be part of the activation that is coming in on July 17th through the 23rd as that square that's coming in. So think about that. Think about if you do that. Do you have a negative way of recording going on in your brain all the time? All right, that's Libra. Scorpio. All right, Dawn, this is for you. My friend Dawn's on here, or she was, unless she took off to go do laundry. This is Dawn's week. All right. 6 of Cups. Okay. So this makes me think that you're probably going to be spending quite a bit of time with your family. And it says symbiosis. That also makes me think you're going to have a pretty good week because everything's going to be kind of symbiotic. Everything's going to be copacetic, kind of in flow. So if you've had a rough time, Scorpio, you're going to get a break this upcoming week from the looks of it. Transformation. You are experiencing enormous change right now, which brings great blessings. And it shows like the butterfly. So I would imagine while the butterfly is in that chrysalis, and as they are trying to break out, that's probably a lot of work. So I feel like this week, it's kind of like, so I also feel like I want to say some ties that have been bound around you feel like they're going to break this week. So something's kind of like a pop, and you're kind of like take a deep breath and go, oh, thank God that's over with. Something positive I feel like for Scorpio is coming in this week. And I also feel stuff, and so something's probably going to let up on that. Yeah, except this one. And let's do this one. Oh, okay. I am a Sagittarius moon. Okay, so the first one says bodies of water. Oh God, why didn't I grab my glasses before I started this? Spend time near water, such as a lake, river, or the ocean, to recharge your batteries. Okay. I'll take the upgrades. Retrograde or review. Okay, so this is Sagittarius. Okay, let me think about this. And I got the Tower card. Now, the Tower card doesn't necessarily mean that you are going to be in the tower. It could just mean that your world around you is crumbling. And you might be the one thing left standing from the whole thing. So, all right, let's think about this. Review. Retrograde review. So you're going back and re-looking at something. Spend some time near water and recharge your batteries. Okay. So, sorry. They start like sending me stuff and I'm like, hold on. So what I feel like I want to say is some stuff's going to happen to some of the people in your life. Your immediate reaction is you want to jump in and try to fix everything for them. Retrograde in the past, that's what you would have done. You would have tried to fix their problems for them. This time, you are not going to do that. You are going to not be the one that's going to solve all their problems. You are going to be the one that lets them solve their problems. You're not going to jump to the immediate rescue and go, oh, I'm gonna fix this for you because you don't deserve this or whatever. You have had a tendency to be the fixer in the past, and this time other people's life may be crumbling and having a tower moment, and you're kind of like, I knew that was coming. I told you that was going to come. You didn't listen to what I said. So I feel like in this case, you're not going to be, there's a word, like a parent who always jumps in and solves their kid's problem. There's a word for that. It's not codependent. I can't think of it. If anybody can think of that word, like, or a grandparent who always jumps in because the 15-year-old son is a troublemaker and gets in car accidents or whatever. She jumps in and fixes all of his problems and doesn't allow him or her or whatever to go through the pain and learning of the lessons. So that's the word I'm looking for. I just can't think of what that word is. So you're not going to do that this time. You're going to let that person that's having the tower moment learn their own lessons, and you're not going to be the fixer and the solver of all the problems. That is Scorpio. Okay. Capricorn. I think I want this one. And I want this one. Okay. Capricorn. Start delegating. Ask others, including me, to help you instead of trying to do everything yourself. The other one says collaborate. Okay, that kind of matches up. So if you're delegating and you're collaborating, you're bringing in several people to help with the problem, not you just trying to fix it all yourself. I am a Capricorn rising. Sagittarius moon, Libra sun. So, and my other one is 4 of Wands. So I'm going to say that's going to be some sort of a celebration going on for Capricorns. I do have some plans of things that I am going to do to collaborate. Oh, well, that reminds me. I did do something this morning. Well, I got a message yesterday. Someone... and I posted it on Facebook. I posted it on Instagram and Telegram. One of my subscribers from here sent me a message yesterday and told me that if I would advertise her Orgonite or Orgon energy, like towers and pyramids and different things that she does, she would give me 20% of the proceeds towards my move. I was like, so that is a collaboration in itself. That started yesterday because I started posting stuff last night and this morning. So if anybody is interested, those are posted all over the place. and I will get 20% of the proceeds of that to help fund this move that is coming up. So that does kind of match up for the Capricorn part of me, the collaboration and the perhaps celebration, if that works out, and delegating. So, okay, so that is Capricorn. The next one is Aquarius. Let's do this one. Now I need two in this one as well. Okay, and Aquarius. So this one says, medicine woman, you are a channel for divine healing power, Aquarius. And then I have the Seven of Pentacles. So this looks like something that you have been working on for a while. Maybe a trade. I want to say trade, but not necessarily a trade, but maybe a way of like a healing technique or something. You've been learning how to do something. So you've like kind of been planting the roots, and it's starting to grow. So maybe let's just say, for instance, perhaps you have been learning how to do Reiki, or how maybe you have been working on learning quantum healing. Maybe you've been working on how to do tarot cards or whatever, and you've been learning that trade, or that whatever. There's a word I'm trying to come up with and it's not coming, but you've been working on that. And so now you're kind of going out into the world and you're starting to talk about it. So I feel like some of that stuff might be starting to come back to you. You might be starting to notice people are scheduling appointments. You're getting business for your Reiki business. You're a psychic medium. So suddenly people are starting to call and go, hey, I need a reading or whatever. The other one, act. Okay, so this one says act. The Knight of Wands. So, okay, so because you have been putting some effort into this, you haven't just been sitting on your ass on the couch thinking that everything's just going to come in without any effort whatsoever. You have been putting in consistent effort in whatever it is that you've been working on. So this effort that you have been putting in is starting to show back up this coming week. So maybe you've been dropping advertisements or something for a month, and all of a sudden next week you get your first bite and somebody calls and go, yeah, I'd like to have that done, or I'd like to talk to you about that, or yeah, tell me more, or whatever. So somebody in the Aquarius family is going to start seeing some of those seeds that you have planted for however long it's been. You're going to start seeing some of those seeds growing. Please let me know if that happens. I would love to know if that starts happening. To me, that is a form of manifesting. That means you've been working on something and the universe is starting to send you things because you took action. All right, that is Aquarius, and the last one is going to be Pisces. Let's do this first. I want this one. I want this one. Pisces. Okay. First one is prosperity. And it says the universe is pouring its abundance out to you. Be open to receiving. Pisces. And then this one says journey, progressions, and journey. So I would also say with this, well, and the King of Pentacles. Okay, so I'm going to say Pisces is going to have a really good week next week. King of Pentacles, something good's happening with your money. Maybe you're getting a new job. Maybe you are getting a bonus. Something about your money is coming in and you're sitting here kind of like going, finally, prosperity is coming my way. And it feels like it's coming in a lot, especially since it says abundance and the universe is pouring its abundance. So the next week for Pisces is going to be really, really good. I'm going to say enjoy the journey, You have worked very hard to get to this point. So do not miss the blessings that are getting ready to come your way by being distracted. Don't distract yourself. Just enjoy this, whatever is coming your way, and think about all the hard work that you put in before. And now you can kind of sit there and go, oh my gosh, this feel it. I'm going to say, they're like, feel it. Feel what this abundance feels like. And remember that you will want to access that feeling at a future time. Just, breathing in, and yeah, don't be so distracted that you don't get to enjoy what this stuff is that is showing up this week. So that is Pisces. So that should be all 12. If I missed anybody, let me know, but I don't think I did. I think I got everybody. So I guess my next question is, how did everybody feel on 7/7? How did July 7th treat you as a portal date? Was it good or bad, or did you have upgrades? Did you feel funky? Did you cry? Did you cry like I did when I came home Friday night? I'm not sure. I'm like, really don't know what that was all about, but whatever the case, it happened. Somebody say something. Or ask me a question. I'll tell you a story. I got stories for days. Felt funky and still do. The Schumann resonance is doing something funky too. And I tend to feel that a lot when the Schumann like whites out. I definitely feel kind of whacked out when the Schumann is doing that. My phone has not been going off all weekend about solar flares or anything, so I don't think we have solar flares coming in. I felt good all day Friday. My raise at work that I bitched about like a month ago, finally they put it in the system, so they'll show up on my next paycheck. Friday was G intensive day, supercharged. Yeah, 7/7/7. My cousin's birthday is on 7/7. So then I would also ask, how does everybody feel this morning? I'm like, I feel like my voice is froggy sounding. I went for a walk earlier and I was on the phone with Timmy, my girlfriend Timmy, and I walked by something. I don't know if it was a plant that I was allergic to, but all of a sudden I got like my throat felt like it was closing up. Well, I don't necessarily feel exhausted today, but I felt good when I got up. I went for a walk. I went to the grocery store, and then, like I said, my friend Timmy called, and I may have to take her to the car dealership later today. And then I was like, going, God, that's gonna like ruin like sitting around waiting to see. It's kind of like being on call. And so I was like, we knew the father of the trooper that was killed, so it was a day of grieving for us, as it was for many in the area. That might have been what I was feeling Friday night, because I felt very sad Friday evening when I came home. So I'm glad it waited until I got home and didn't do that while I was at work. But so anyway, I'm killing time and trying to keep my vibrations up by doing this live. It didn't necessarily work out the way I planned for it to, but it's keeping my mind occupied. So if nobody has anything else, I may just get off of here. I haven't eaten yet today, so So I guess speak now or forever hold your peace. Again, I have put some payment links in the description. If anybody wants like a $5 3-card reading or whatever specifically for your situation, whatever your question is, I'll throw that out one more time and then I think I'm going to be done here. Okay, well, I think I'm going to go ahead and end here. I've been on here an hour and 5 minutes. You're welcome. Thanks for stopping by on this Sunday morning. I will keep you all posted and I'll see you sometime next week. I'm really looking forward to this 18th through the 20th, 17th through the 23rd or 18th through the 23rd, whatever it is of July. I cannot wait to see what happens because I feel like it is going to be something big because everybody's going to be affected. Now, everybody may be affected in a different way, but I feel like it's going to be pretty big for everybody. So you're very welcome. So everybody have a good Sunday. Rest. Take it easy. Do something to not let the thoughts take over. And, meditate. I've been doing a lot of that to keep my vibrations high and keep, crazy thoughts from taking over. So do what you have to do to make yourself feel better. And I will talk to everybody later. Bye.